Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 878, we're going to talk about Nomi, the Pillar of Order. So for 5 mana, we get a 4/4 human advisor. Okay? Whenever Naomi enters the battlefield or attacks, if you control an artifact and an enchantment, you get a 2/2 samurai with vigilance. Okay, it's kind of underwhelming. It's only going to happen once a turn. We're just going to generate some blockers. So I had to come up with another theme. Thought about black-white samurais or even advisors, none of that. So I'll be honest with you, it's all over the place. I tried to focus in on artifacts and enchantments, but I don't think I did enough. Let's look at our mana-fixing artifacts, shall we? Which is, all of them. We have Soul Ring, Prismatic Lens, the Orzhov Signet, Commander Sphere, Orzhov, Keyrune, Locket, and Cluestone, and then our Burnished Heart. Just strictly artifacts, because that's all white and black have anyway. Asterisks, but a little bit of card draw. Sign and Blood, Painful Lesson, Reckoner's Bargain. Now, I liked Mentor of the Meek because those samurais that we're getting are going to be 2/2, so, we can pay one and draw an extra card a turn that way. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's more than we had, right? Underworld Connections. And with the Open the Armory, since we're wanting artifacts and enchantments, ours and equipment tend to be, satisfy those. But now, I couldn't resist one thing. We have some shrines. The Honden of Night's Reach, Honden of Cleansing Fire, the 2 Sanctums from M21, the Tranquilite and Stone Fangs, and then just the 1 Goshentai because I didn't pull enough of the black one. But that way, and also, making spirit tokens, making lots of tokens. That's a kind of a recurring theme that we have is lots of token making. Increasing Devotion, make some tokens. Leech Gauntlet gives it lifelink. Sigh of the Shinobi. Now, Cranial Plating is in here. I'll be honest with you, I put it in early because I thought there was going to be a whole lot of artifacts. To be honest with you, it could probably leave because there's just not enough to really, really abuse it. I do like the attaching at instant speed. That's a beautiful thing. Sorin. Now, there was a point in time in the build of this deck where I was like, Orzhov Gold, yeah, let's do it. But I changed my mind, but there are still a few remnants of that in here. Like I said, this deck is totally unfocused. But there's a lot here, so Sorin Grim Nemesis makes an appearance. I do like that +1. Each opponent loses life equal to its mana cost, so that's cool. I know tutors are frowned upon, but in this deck in particular, it's not exactly like you're tutoring for a combo piece, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time I end up tutoring for a land. So let's look at our enchantments. Just enchantments. Intangible Virtue, of course, is going to help with the token theme. The Twisted Embrace. Destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, and then you get +1/+1. So that's not bad. Edge of the Divinity. If it's on a white and black creature, it's a 1-mana permanent giant growth. So that's a beautiful thing. Profane Procession. Battle Mastery. I mean, double strike. Why not? Underworld Coinsmith. Check this out. Spear of Heliod. I don't have the Whip of Erebos to go with it. Satisfies both requirements because it is an enchantment artifact that can, do a little late removal. touching the spirit realm. Exile up to one artifact creature, you know. Intercessor's Arrest. Dying Wish. Target player loses X life and you gain X life where X is its power. Wow. And then our last one, please forgive me, Phyresis. Yeah, I know. But Phyresis is one heck of a card. So let's look at what those are as, you know, the ones that we want to enchant anyway. We have the Blade Blesser. It has Death Touch if you've got an artifact, Menace if you have an enchantment, so it fit right in with the theme of having both. Seemed like there was another one here that had, nope. Oh, that was in the, we have Prava. Our creature tokens get +1/+4, and of course it makes tokens. Breathless Knight. Flying Lifelink. Okay. Blood Baron of Viscopa. Now this is just I've always liked this card because we play a 40 life format, and a lot of times it just comes out as a 10/10. Flyer. Lifelink. Double protection. Yeah. We have Thalys. Making them tokens again. Cruel Celebrant. When something does. Kunaros. Now, I like Kunaros. Can't cast spells from graveyards. Angel of Despair. Just a good, you know, beater. Baneslayer. You realize I got these for under $1? I think I paid 50-something cents for Baneslayers. I don't... There was a day and time where this was a $50 to $60 card when it first came out in whatever it was. It was crazy. We have Firja, Flying Lifelink, and then we have Laisa. So we are playing white and black. Our removal category is rather large. Now, granted, there are way better things. You know, if you've got the Vindicates and the Utter Ends, run them by all means. March of the Wretched Sorrow. X damage to a creature or walker and you gain X life. The other part is you can make it cheaper, yeah. Soul Transfer, I like this. If you control an artifact or enchantment, you get to do both. Exile something and return something. Debt to the Deathless is not exactly creature removal. It's more like player removal. A lot of times it's just an in-game spell. I mean, it really is. Assassin's Ink. So we're probably playing this for 2 mana. Because it wants an artifact and an enchantment, right? Of course, our Disenchant, Vow of Duty, Kaya's Wrath. I mean, it's... Unmake, Doomblade, Mortify. I've got a Dispeller's Capsule in there. D-Spark, a couple of board wipes, Planar Outburst, and I don't know how Martial Coup here, but I build in like rows of mana cost, and this card costs 7. If we are putting it in the deck to generate creatures, maybe it'll occupy another slot, but I tend to put it in a deck as a board wipe, and therefore it has to cost 7 at least. So our non-basic lands, start off with that Command Tower, the Tainted Field. Now I really like Forge of Heroes. There's just no downside to it. It doesn't come into play tapped. I mean, yeah, it's a colorless, but that just means you know it's versatile. I like it. Scoured Barrens, Forsaken Sanctuary, Orzhov Bellus, Guildgate, Terramorphic Expanse, and that Evolving Wilds. So, now I think Naomi, it's not that I didn't have, passion for the deck, but I think cards like this are a result of Let's see how many legendary creatures we can smash into a set. I don't know. So, but if you just want to bash with big black-white creatures, have a ton of tokens, might be a cool thing. So, 878 is done, and we are finished for today. I don't exactly know when these are coming out, if today is the day or not. Anyway, it's my birthday soon. Could be today, could be yesterday, could be tomorrow. I haven't scheduled that far out yet, so anyway, I'm an old guy. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to go ahead and shuffle and cut.